Mechanical toy.
Hello once again, my people, it is I, Veed. It's still fucking freezing. And today we're playing Amorous again. I mean, are we shocked? No, because I'm gay. And, kind of like a hopeless romantic. So we are going to finish off our dates with the lovely Dustin. God, we love this lion boy. I'm also so gay. I hadn't seen Dustin for a couple of days. Not a major issue usually, but I figured I should give him a call and see what was up. Ring, ring, click. Hey, Andres. I was wondering when you were going to call me. Really? I was wondering why I haven't heard from you. Things have been a little busy lately. Kind of hard to explain over the phone. Are you busy? Not right now. No, I'm free at the moment. Good. Do you mind if I swing by your place and pick you up? I really need to talk to you. Sure? Great, I'll be over in just a bit. Without another word, the phone went quiet. What the heck is going on with that guy? No. That is the wording of, no. Dustin wasn't that far away from my parents' house, so I grabbed what I could and made myself decent. I barely finished when there was a knock on the door. I headed out of my room and screeched to a halt when I saw who answered the door. Andres, there's a lion at the door for you. That's our father. That is a beer-gutted father. Thanks. I'm assuming my stepfather, because, ooh, bye bitch. Yeah, sorry about that, Dad. Just going to head out and do some more job hunting with a friend. Be back at a reasonable time tonight, okay? Me and your mom do like to sleep sometimes. God, that sounds like my mom. Right, sorry. I'll be back quick or quiet. Dad wandered off, grumbled a little bit under his breath when I opened the door. Hey there, Andres. That was your dad? It's a very long story. Still, he's nice enough to let me stay here, so I probably shouldn't antagonize him more than needed. Gotcha. Well, I've got a surprise for you, first off. Dustin stepped away from the door long enough for me to see what was behind him. A bright cherry red sports car was parked neatly in my parents' driveway, also a reason why I chose that. It looked like he'd just rolled off the lot. Where the fuck is Betsy? Oh, I mean, that's an option. I admit to a little sadness at the sight, decided being curmudgeonly attitude. I don't know how to read English. I'd grown to like Betsy. You sold Betsy? I did. It was hard, but I'll explain it on the way. Yeah, that's a question mark. It's kind of personal, and I don't really feel comfortable talking out here. Go ahead and hop in. It's a fresh off the lot, and I've been wanting to give her a little spin around. I still wasn't completely sure what was going on, but I'd gotten to the point where I trusted Dustin. We both slid into the car, the leather seat cradling my back and rump quite nicely. Dustin smiled to see the driver's seat before revving up the engine. Compared to the choking and sputtering from Betsy, this new car was silent as a whisper when it wanted to be, and only let out a roar of power when Dustin powered the accelerator. Still, old movies, recycling old dates from VAR, it seemed strangely out of character for Dustin to make such a big change. Okay, enough being cryptic. What's going on? VAR came to my place again last night, which makes it maybe 2 days since he officially moved into his new place. Dustin's voice trembled with a little hesitation and my heart began to sink. Was VAR right? Was this a breakup speech? No! We have tried too hard. We have tried too hard to date this fucking lion. He lined Betsy's cab with rose petals, and I was laying there with a cooler of beer, and a blanket. Said he was sorry for everything he's done and just wanted me back. Things was getting harder and harder to hear. Why the hell would he force me to be in a car with him while he breaks up with me? What kind of sadistic bastard does that? I almost did it. Almost? When I saw him laying there, I felt the same creeping feeling, that comfortable rut coming up from behind again. I could just fall back into that relationship again and play it out the same thing in a week or a month down the road. A slow curve rocked my back into the seat, pulling the sensation of being a car to the fore. Jason Aphex, I see you. I felt cold and numb from the neck down. I said no. I said no and he went ballistic. went on about how you meant nothing to me, and how he was the only one for me, how I saved him when he needed to get away from his life, and how dare I. Dustin's voice trailed off as we pulled into another slow, lazy turn. I'd forgotten we were going somewhere, but I looked out the windows. I only saw the ocean. He brought up how many memories we made just because of Betsy, and how he put so much thought into this grand romantic gesture, really poured onto the gills. So what happened? I realized he was right. We had plenty of memories in Betsy. Our fights, his embarrassment when I drove him to a nice restaurant, even the time he walked out on me at a drive-through double feature. Aww, you don't walk out on someone on a drive-through. Speaking of movies, for all the younger people, we including myself, people used to drive to big screens and watch movies, and it was nice. Another curve pulled us closer to the ocean. Sheer cliffs of sandstone dripping down into the beaches spotted with people. That's when I realized that my relationship with Var, it was all like Betsy. It was my first taste of freedom. I just clung onto it like a drowning man. Oh no. Oh, I'm having heart palpitations. The car slowed to a stop in a small, ill-kept parking space. A smattering of gravel scattered around us. It took me that long to realize where we were. Come on. That same sandy beach as our last date, still secluded and quiet. Dustin smiled at me for a moment, pulling a cooler from the back of his car. Aww. So I had to let it go. All of it. Var, Betsy, my obsession with freedom. I had to let myself be free of that crap. That's why you sold Betsy? Oh, so that's why you sold Betsy, to make a clear break of it. Oh, that's... Ooh, purging. Purging is a good thing to do, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't purge, you're gonna be an unhealthy person. I know, because I have to purge like once every few months. Especially with clothes. Yeah, I need to make a clean start so that I can get on with my life. With you. With me... Don't worry, I don't have a ring or anything with me. One major life change at a time. I just mean, I'm done with Var. He's gone for good, and you won't have to worry about comparisons or anything. No... Oh, that's a relief, honestly. Ooh, it's a relief, honestly. For a moment in the car, I thought you were breaking up with me. Sorry, Var's been looming over all this time, and I didn't want to tell you from the first part, when you could just slam a door in my face. I mean... Would I have done that? No, I guess I would have understood. I wouldn't have done that, I just would have let you finish. And then slam the door into my face? I mean, if I let him finish, probably. And that's why I don't want to give you the chance. That still doesn't explain the with me part. I'm not gonna put a label on it, but I like you, Andres. I like you way more than I thought I would. I thought that you would be a fun fling, but I think you'd be fun in any situation. Oh no, or any position. It means, oh, that's, I haven't had that in a long time. It means a great deal to hear that. I'd be lying if I say I wasn't concerned about Var coming back, and believe me when I say there's no chance of that now. Dustin shook the cooler for a second, motioning me over as he tossed down a blanket. It was nice the last time, and I'm sure it's going to be even better this time. Do you want a drink? I settled in next to him, checking out the cooler as he popped the top. We're gonna get intoxicated, bitch. Reaching in, I snagged a beer from the melting ice and handed one to Dustin. Smiling, he popped the top off and took a swig. Courtesy of Var's temper tantrum. Free beer never tasted so good. I glanced down at the beer and shrugged. If Var had to be good at something, then hopefully it was picking a beer. While it wasn't amazing, it was cool and refreshing. Just the sort of thing to help balance out a warm day at the beach. For a while, we just let the ocean do the talking, sitting back and enjoying our drinks, drawing closer to each other in the sandy blanket. His hand slid absently over mine, the other settling in the empty bottle in the sand nearby. He squeezed softly when he noticed me looking. Oh, I wanted to say thanks. I know that there's just been some rough stuff, but you stuck around. That means a lot to me. My cheeks flushed for a moment, squeezing his hand back firmly. I'm flushing already. And this is a stupid game, and this isn't real. You were worth it, Dustin. Probably the nicest thing anybody's said to me in a while. Gingerly, he knitted his fingers through mine, his palm pressed firmly against my own as he turned to look into my eyes. My lips parted, wanting to say something to fill the silence, but instead he leaned forward and pressed his lips against mine, aw, like a cutie. The kiss was soft and loving at first, our shared warmth growing as he drew closer to me. Soon, though, we both pressed deeper into each other's embrace. Me. Our tongues teased and touched for the moment. His hand squeezed mine firmly as his other slipped down to the small of my back. I felt a shudder run up to my spine as our lips slowly parted. The cool ocean air stung my lungs as the sweet taste of his musk on my tongue began to fade. Ooh! I tugged softly on his hand, pulling him towards me and on top of me. Ooh, and atop me! Bitch, we gonna get some. Are we gonna? I totally forgot if we get some on the beach or not. He strided to my sides, holding me against the soft sand as his lips pressed against my own more forcefully. My hands fumbled with his shirt, stumbling over the buttons until they finally slid free and I'm getting tongue-tied. Finally slid free, and the thin fabric began to billow in the breeze. Shrugging out of it, Dustin's finger left mine for only a moment as he cast his shirt aside and pressed his silken, muscular chest against my own. My body arced to his, and a blanket shifted beneath me. Sand puffed up, Dustin coughed and sputtered as the sand rained down, forcing me to shut my eyes. Ugh. Beaches really aren't conducive to this, but I've got a new car that I've just been dying to break in. Ooh! Now, I don't want more sand in my car than needed, so say goodbye to your clothes for now. Oh! In a car? Oh. Yep. That is... Should I just, like, zoom my whole entire face in for this? Because I don't know if I can... Like, it's obviously censored with a heart. Anyways, we're getting boned. I couldn't lie to myself. I wanted this, maybe even from the moment that I saw him. Still, the journey was satisfying. We spent a few moments trying to clean up, throwing on sandy clothes and making certain no one saw us. Fortunately, it remained our little secret, and by the time the sun had dipped into the horizon, we were packed up and ready to go. We just got fucked in his car. Story time. Ooh. Actually, 2 story times. Oh, I love a story time. Okay, so my very first story time is that, I don't know if you all know my heritage. I'm Chilean. Like Zero, Super Smash Brothers God. And my mom likes to go to Chile, like, sometimes, where, like, if she gets, like, cheap flights, then we go with her. And, we were at the beach at one point. We're, like, just kind of, like, strolling around, just, like, buying some weird shit. And, at first we just saw, like, my sister and I, we thought that we saw, like, some sort of, like, guy just, like, passed out. Like, he was, like, starfish, and we just thought that he was, like, passed out on the fucking sand, only to realize that, like, we looked back and then they were just, like, making out on the beach. Like, there was, like, another person there, they were, like, making out, and we were just like, oh, we gotta go. And then second story time, my very first time was in the back of the car. I'm gonna, like, I don't remember which fucking episode. It was either this one or the last one where I told him, like, how it was the last episode, how I understood, like, really bad relationships on how people don't want to talk about it, and how, like, I understand, like, if I have to leave the scene. My very first time was with that same person in the back of a car, which wasn't fun. I mean, I love the back of the car, honestly. Like, if it's, like, really nice and it's really cozy. But that one just wasn't fun because he couldn't break me in, and he legit thrusted 3 times, and then dropped me off at my house after getting me some water. Like, it was that bad. Okay, good, story time's over. There isn't much that you can say after a night like that. I felt closer to Dustin, but more importantly, he was willing to get close to me. I couldn't let his hand go the whole ride home, and he didn't try to stop me. It didn't matter if we'd ruin his back seats or that I smelled like beachfront brothel. All that mattered for now was the ride home and the promise of what might be tomorrow. We got back to my place without incident. My dad was just getting ready for bed and only gave me a passing glower before disappearing into his room. I guess this is good night, Andres. Guess so. I'll call you again sometime? He leaned forward and kissed me gently on the cheek. Anytime, kid. Anytime at all. I returned his parting kiss, squeezing his hand softly before letting go and watching him walk out the door. It might not wind up perfect in the end, but I'll take whatever I've got right now over the chance. Oh, and there we end my game. Okay, my game did not crash. We're gonna be dating her later on. I've never actually, like, taken her route, but, oh, that was nice. He's honestly, like, my favorite person to, he's my favorite person. So I am going to end it here. Next episode, I'm pretty sure that we're just going to, you know, go, like, on another date with somebody else. But for right now, I think that this is a good end. You know, it's cute. We got hard boning in the back of Dustin's car, and yeah, we're gonna end it there. Thank you all so much for watching. Next episode, I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna go for Jax next. But yeah, I hope that you all had a wonderful time. My name is Veed, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.